seeing that it is the hour of 6 p.m. on Monday, November 16th, 2020, I'll call to order the regular meeting of the Planning Commission of the City of Ceres. Notice that this will be held in accordance with the Executive Order N-29-20 issued by California Governor Gavin Newsom on March 17th, 2020, the Ralph M. Brown Act, California Government Code Section 54950 et sec, and the Federal Americans with Disabilities. This meeting will not be physically open to the public. All members of the public may participate and comment via the application Zoom. Meeting information website https://zoom.us/join. Remote public comment is also available for the Planning Commission meeting by emailing ann.montgomery@ci.ceres.ca.us by 6 p.m. on the date of the meeting or via Zoom, via phone application Zoom. So I have called the meeting to order, and now I will read the Pledge of Allegiance. Tom, if you'll please display this flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes, Commissioner Del Nero,
You're on mute, Gary.
Okay, I'm present. How's that?
perfect.
That
And
better?
it appears that Commissioner Johnson is still having technical difficulties, so we'll mark him as excused this evening. So we'll move on to Commissioner Catchell,
Here.
Commissioner Silvera,
Here.
and Chairperson Smith.
Here, thank you. Are there any conflicts of interest to declare by members of the commission?
Nope.
Hearing none, we'll move on to citizen communications to the commission on matters not included on the agenda. While the Planning Commission welcomes and encourages participation in Planning Commission meetings, adopted rules allow no more than 5 minutes for expression of non-agenda items. Matters under the jurisdiction of the Planning Commission and not on the posted agenda may be addressed by the general public. However, California law prohibits the Planning Commission from taking action on any matter which is not on the posted agenda unless it is determined to be an emergency by the Planning Commission. Citizens are entitled to address the Planning Commission on any agenda items subject to the 5-minute rule. Public comments will now be accepted through Zoom. For those participating through the web, please raise your hand to speak using the hand icon located at the bottom right of your screen. If you are participating by phone, please press *9 on your phone. Names will be called in the order the requests are received, and your microphone will be unmuted when it's time for you to speak. Clerk, are there any comments from the public?
I have none at this time.
Thank you. So then we will move on to the consent calendar. Will the clerk please read the consent calendar?
Yes, item 1, clerk's report of posting. The agenda for the regular meeting of the Planning Commission of November 16th, 2020 was posted on November 12th, 2020. Item 2A, approval of minutes from the September 21st, 2020 Planning Commission meeting. All commissioners were present. Item 3A, general correspondence, informational only, Ceres Downtown Revitalization Area Board fiscal year 2020-21 quarterly report for the first quarter. And item 4, approval of PC Resolution 20-30 for a 2-year time extension, VTSM 07-32 time extension for the Mitchell Ranch Center project.
Chairperson
Right,
Smith.
Yes.
I
Mr.
just
Westbrook.
wanted to mention consent calendar item number 4 is not necessary now. Daniel and his team got the final map recorded last week for Walmart, so the time extension is not necessary.
That's good
Should
news.
we,
Yeah.
that is good news. Should it remain on consent or should we remove it or?
Nobody, what's your thoughts on this?
It's a unnecessary item now, so we can remove it off of the consent calendar.
Okay, so do we need a motion to remove item 4?
You can read all the other items except for that one as part of the motion
All
for
right,
the consent calendar.
okay. So at this time, then I will accept a motion for items 1 through 3 of the consent calendar.
Motion to
I'll make the
approve.
motion to approve items 1, 2, and 3 of the consent calendar.
All
Second.
right, sounded like I had a motion from Commissioner Catchell and a second from Commissioner Silvera. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes, Commissioner Catchell,
Aye.
Commissioner Silvera,
Aye.
Commissioner Del Nero,
Aye.
and Chairperson Smith.
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0 with 1 absent.
And thank you. So item 4 is unnecessary, so we'll simply move on, or do we need to make a motion to remove it? Just move on.
You can move on.
All right, no items were removed from consent. Item number 5, public hearings, development agreement 17-14, second amendment, proposal to consider a second amended development agreement by and between the City of Ceres and Cases Journey, Inc. for an existing cannabis dispensary operation located at 4030 Farm Supply Drive. Mike Reynolds, Cases Journey, Inc. applicant. My understanding is there's an announcement related to this item.
Yeah, Commissioner and Commission, after we published the public hearing notice for this, we were contacted by the applicant, Mike Reynolds, who said that he had a conflict for this evening's meeting and asked that the commission continue the public hearing to its next available meeting, which would be the first meeting in December 7th. So Mike was not able to participate, and so he's requesting a continuance of this item to your next meeting. And so
Thank you.
if
So
the
it appears that I need to open the public hearing.
correct.
Sorry,
Yep.
I
So
need to open the public hearing and close the public hearing.
correct, and then continue it to a date certain.
Go ahead, tell me what to do because I'm unclear.
Sorry, you're just hanging up.
Okay, and the continuation requires a motion?
Correct.
Okay, so this time, there is no need for a staff report. I'll open the public hearing. Is there anyone in the Zoom audience that'd like to speak on this matter? Tom or Ann, do you see anyone?
We're not
No.
seeing, no.
Okay. All right, none. I'll close the public hearing and accept a motion to continue this item to December 7th.
Well, I'll make a motion to continue the item to December 7th, 2020. And I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes, Commissioner Catchell,
Aye.
Commissioner Del Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Silvera,
Aye.
and Chairperson Smith.
Aye,
Motion passes 4-0 with 1 absent.
thank you. Moving on to public hearing item 6, municipal code text amendments 20-08 A and B. Proposal to consider 2 text amendments of Ceres Municipal Code that prohibit both the outdoor cultivation of cannabis and overnight camping in various zoning districts. Do we have a staff report?
Yes, we do, Chair. Thank you very much. So as the commission is aware, the city has been working towards updating the Ceres municipal code, making adjustments to multiple code sections for the past 2 years to reflect compliance with state law, as well as creating new standards that work toward achieving applicable goals and policies listed in the general plan. These updates became effective in June of 2020. And since then, the City Council became aware of 2 additional issues involving outdoor cultivation of cannabis and overnight camping and their impact that they've had on the city as of late. And so the City Council has directed staff to work on those amendments to create ordinances that would prohibit outdoor cultivation of cannabis and overnight camping here in Ceres. So following the with respect to the outdoor cultivation of cannabis, following the adoption of the 2020 update, it was noted by staff and council that additional language was needed to further clarify that outdoor cultivation of cannabis would not be permitted in any properties under the city's jurisdictional authority. And so as a result, staff was directed to bring back an amendment to that ordinance that would reflect such language. So what staff came up with, you'll find in draft PC resolution 2028 of the staff report, that there's a section in there that is highlighted in a green font that would indicate that that was the new verbiage that would be added to the that section there that we already have to further clarify what zones that that would be prohibited in. Okay, and so that would be the first section. The next text amendment had to do with overnight camping. At the October 26th meeting this year, the city council considered comments made during citizens communications, where members of the public discussed some concerns of the areas throughout series, and more in particular, commercial properties being utilized for overnight camping purposes. It was noted that the city did not specifically have an ordinance in place that regulates overnight camping except in the city's parks. And so after considering these comments, council directed staff to create an ordinance that would prohibit overnight parking in all commercial and industrial related zones. And so the language that's being proposed, you'll find that in draft PC resolution 2029 of the staff report. And again, the green font would be would reflect what text is being proposed for that ordinance. And that concludes staff's presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Michaels. Does anyone on the commission have questions of staff? Okay. Hearing none, I will open the public hearing. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this matter? And I'll rely on Mr. Westbrook, Mrs. Montgomery to let me know if any hands are raised.
I
This
see
is
no
time.
hands raised at this time.
All right, then I will close the public hearing, bring it back to the commission for discussion or possible motion.
I'd be glad to make
Mr.
a motion
Tatchell? Thank you, Mr. Silvera.
on resolution number 20.
So it appears there are three. I'm sorry, Mr. Silvera. I just wanted to make sure that you notice there's three actions that need to be taken. One is accepting the item that's consistent with CEQA, and then the two resolutions.
That is correct.
You can find, if you're, it's on the last page of the staff report.
That is correct.
I'd like to make a motion to accept this project and consistent with CEQA guideline section 15061 B-3 and review for exemption.
Brett, I think we lost your audio.
The motion can include the two additional items as well. So the two resolutions can be part of that motion if Commissioner Silvera wants to amend that motion or add that to the motion.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Now we can hear you, yeah.
So my computer fell off my desk a minute ago. My apologies.
Uh-oh.
It's been an interesting evening.
That's not funny.
City Attorney, I didn't catch the last thing you said. Can you repeat that, please? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Commissioner Silvera can add the two additional items, the two resolutions that are part of the agenda item. You can add those to your motion in addition to what you've already included. So we can have one motion for all three items.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay, I move to accept this project consistent with CEQA guideline section 15061 B-3, review for exemption. And also number 2, recommend the city council approve zoning ordinance text amendment 20-A per findings of the proposed revisions of zoning ordinance listed in draft PC Resolution 28. And number 3, recommend the city council approve zoning ordinance text amendment 20-08B per the findings and proposed revisions to the zoning ordinance listed in PC draft 2029.
Thank you.
I'll
There's a
second
motion.
that.
Do I have a second?
Yeah, I'll second
I have
that.
a motion. I'm sorry, I believe Mr. Catchell made the
Yes.
second. So I have a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes, Commissioner Silvera,
Aye.
Commissioner Catchell,
Aye.
Commissioner Del Nero,
Aye.
and Chairperson Smith.
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0 with 1 absent.
Thank you. Moving on, there's no business. No, I'm sorry, there's no new business. No public meetings, no unfinished business, nor is there any matters initiated by the planning commissioners. We'll move right to reports and we'll just go around the table. Mr. Catchell, do you have anything to report?
I do not.
Mr. Del Nero,
No, ma'am, I do not.
Before I go to Mr. Silvera, I'm going to go to me first and say congratulations to Mr. Silvera on his election to the Ceres City Council. It's been a short and wonderful journey having you on the Planning Commission. We will certainly miss you, but I'm confident the city of Ceres will benefit from your leadership on the council. And I know the vote hasn't been certified, but I have confidence that it will. So now it's your turn, Mr. Silvera.
Thank you very much. And it's been a great 11 months. I've enjoyed it, learned a lot. And I think just what I've learned in the last 11 months have given me a little head start on the city council position. I'm excited. It's going to be a new time for Ceres. We're potentially going to have 4 new members of the 5-person council. And honestly, I'm glad I'm one of them. So thank you all for the support. And this time, the last 11 months has been great.
Well, we look forward to watching you on Zoom. All right, let's move on to City Attorney Newby. You have anything for us? You want to close the show the way you opened it?
I wish I could, but it's a little bit closer to dinner time, so our special guest is otherwise occupied at the moment.
All right, and then Mr. Westbrook. Wait, I think Mr. P is on the line, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
Do
I
you
don't
have
have
anything,
anything.
Daniel?
I don't have anything tonight. Thank you.
Okay, I like to leave Tom for last because he always has wonderful things to share. It's a nice way to close the meeting.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
How's it going, Tom?
I do want to congratulate Commissioner Silvera on his election to the city council and also his decorating choices. It looks like he's already ready for Christmas.
Yeah.
Reindeer on the wall. So that's pretty awesome. You have a
Well,
Christmas tree up?
Honestly, my Christmas tree is in front of my desk. So I'm on
Yeah.
a temporary desk. That's why my computer fell off.
Yeah.
Just a couple of things to report. Unfortunately, the state of California put Stanislaus County back in the purple tier today. I guess that with that kind of guidance, there's opportunities to come out of that quicker than there had been in the past, but we are in purple and the numbers unfortunately put us squarely in widespread. Not that it's a good or a bad thing, but many counties in the state of California went back to purple. Some of them jumped 2 tiers today. Some went from moderate past substantial all the way back to purple. So we're not unique, but we do need to get our numbers back in order so that we can have businesses back open again. And then just wanted to mention, everyone have a happy Thanksgiving.
Likewise to all of you. All right. So that brings us to adjournment, and I will adjourn this meeting to Monday, December 7th, which I think is Pearl Harbor Day.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Hope
Wow.
there's no significance in that. I can't take anymore. Hey, it's
See y'all on the
good.
7th.
I gotta start watching you guys. I'm using my phone for these meetings, so you're all in these little tiny boxes. Next time, I'm using a laptop. I need to see everybody at one time.
There you go.
There, good idea.
All right,
All
everyone.
right, you guys.
All right,
Happy
take
Thanksgiving.
care.
Good night.
Thanksgiving.
Happy
See you on the 7th.
Thanksgiving. Thanks
Good
so
night. Take care.
much.